Hello everyone, I'm Evie Supporter and this is Mastercard's Clicks of the Decade. We will be counting down our top 10 of the most influential and coolest plays from the International League of Legends tournaments from the last 10 years. And to help us look back on some of League's most iconic plays, I have Indiana, Frosker in Black, Barento, Razzle Plasm, Mohammed, Chris, Papa Smithy Smith, and David Freak Turley. So without further ado, let's get into the plays. Today we will be counting down from 10 to 8. And the first one is a really cool one to start off with. It is Huni's Quadra kill versus IG at Worlds 2015.
And you're going to see the work for ganks right now as Rainover comes across to the mid lane. There's that other point of this one. It's Isosceles because here comes the gank for the top lane as well as the mid lane there. And Rookie losing all of his health, and there it comes in. But at the same time, a fight in the bottom side. Ulti used on the kid to keep alive. Reckless tries to zone the team out. This Annie's so low, but there come the teleports. Huni has arrived, and holy crap! Everyone's dying in this fight. Reckless goes down. Zatai gets a bunch down, but Huni, the double, the triple kill, the quadra kill for Huni.
For me, this is what literally made the name of Huni an international play. You got literally everything. Star power, like the carry potential on Riven. And if you even look at the play specifically, like that shouldn't have worked for Fnatic because they were in a numbers disadvantage, but Huni saw that moment and really it propelled him to stardom. Like that's what got him rolling and the many teams to follow.
Super impressive moment to kind of capitalize on how good Fnatic was in 2015. 18-0 regular season. They lost 2 games all of playoffs. They were the most dominant Fnatic we have ever seen.
So to see Huni come in and absolutely rock them, I think really ordered the context of Europe being that second most powerful region for 2015 when so much energy was behind China at the time.
At number 9, I am very happy to say that it is a support that gets the spotlight, and deservedly so. It is Wolf's incredible Zyra ultimate at MSI 2017.
You can see it on the mini-map. They've got both of them, and now both solo laners are coming towards the mid lane. There's the flash!
Wolf with a giant knock. It's going to find 3 with the ultimate. Equalizer on top, and Perks is down. 1 for 0 with no shockwave. A trade only on a support, and Sven not going to make it much longer as well. The chase is in. Look at the beautiful plays out of Faker, crushing the backline by himself. Applause all around.
Honestly, coming back and watching this play, first my eyes are focused on the execution by a Wolf. Not often does a support decide a best of 5, but I think SKT nailed down the MSI 2017 crown over G2 through Wolf's flash over the wall, massive combo on Zyra. And the context here is important too. The victory in this tournament extended SKT's international tournament streak to 4 in a row. So massive play, and the ramifications, series ending from an SKT perspective.
When they went into team fights, Wolf had incredible moments and it would still be dictated by like the superstar power of Faker. So that's why I loved how this moment was defined by Wolf's Zyra play, because you had to put respect on his name.
At number 8, we have a North American classic, CLG with an incredible turnaround versus RNG.
As RNG look to snap the final trap shut. Last inhibitor, what they're targeting at the moment. Let's call for them for a moment. Huhi is gonna try for the divide, but in the end, he's the one who's gonna get taken down to 0 as Looper goes on in, turns on back actually, and this might be the final fight of the game. Looper can't go back in, but Xiaohu has no problem tagging in to take out the Emperor, and that is gonna be a godlike fight for RNG. CLG can hold on. Who's going to take it away? Looper gets his GA popped. That is a 1-for-1 so far. Looper will be back, but he gets knocked and bopped and taken out. Shots they find MLXG, and that is the miracle play that keeps CLG alive.
Mechanically, the impressive thing about this play was its context of when it happened to the game. The fact that CLG were 10k gold behind, but LPL teams losing when they have a 10k gold lead, name a more iconic duo. Now, LPL tried to overforce here, RNG went for a flanking teleport, and CLG rightfully punished them, just putting egg all over RNG's face.
This was a magical moment to show that finally North America can actually strike against the world's best, make them bleed, actually take games, and actually go far in a tournament.
Thank you everyone for tuning in to our first episode of Mastercard Clicks of the Decade. Be sure to follow at Mastercard Nexus on Twitter, where we will be continuing to count down the top plays.
To me, this play is all about
Individual excellence.
This was the most disgusting ultimate.
This is still at a time where no one beats Korea.
Hello everyone, I am Evje Shogs de Portere and welcome to Mastercard's Clicks of the Decade. We are breaking down the greatest plays from League of Legends' international events, and today we will be counting down from 7 to 4. Now, if you missed the first episode, you can check it out on @MastercardNexus on Twitter. Joining me once again are Froskurin, Raz, Papa Smithy, and Freak. Let's get into it and kick off with number 7.
Very deep call going to go over towards Sammy. There's a Stan United being used
Uzi
very early. Uzi is coming in from the backside. Surprise! Here comes the Vayne. Kill for White. San's not going to escape this one. They focus down Uzi, but look at him. He's still alive. He's still surviving. He stays alive. Ace for Royal Club. What an amazing fight coming out of Uzi.
My God, right there.
The Mad Dog himself. This is the raise the puppy style that was been carved over the international stage that Western fans will never forget, and it started right here.
Let me just jump in here. What I love about this clip is not only is it the first of many regional team kills at a Worlds event, but it's highlighting Uzi's Vayne. Uzi found that moment, and it's usually that intellect that he has, being able to find the flank, and then relying heavily on his individual play that people seek inspiration from.
To me, this play is all about mechanical execution. This is the great debut. That mechanical ceiling only grew, and honestly, it grew alongside Uzi, because this man was always the king of mechanics.
At number 6, not just a play, but a big brain draft decision that netted EDG the MSI victory over SKT.
Faker's LeBlanc, one of the best.
Yes, sir. Yes,
He locks it in.
And now Morgana is being picked by EDG.
Elixir of Sorcery on him as well to get out a bit of extra damage. Goro finds him with the twisted advance as he pulls back to Distortion, and he can't get out alive. Baron going very low at 1,500. It is going to go over to clear.
Down goes Faker.
They take down Faker immediately. EDG could have eyes on the base. The Nexus turrets are going down. LPL's Edward Gaming are the 2015 Mid-Season Invitational Champions.
This is one of my absolute all-time favorite moments. Coming into this game, Faker had never lost a pro game of League of Legends in any league, in any tournament on LeBlanc. Pon's got Morgana as the counter pick. We're gonna have the last pick, Evelyn, come through. We've thought this through. We're gonna save it till climactic game 5, and we're going to outdraft you.
They lock in the Morgana because they set the trap. They knew that Faker would pick the LeBlanc, and on the sidelines, their manager talked about how he jumped up and down screaming. EDG had waited for this moment, and they struck.
This is not about an iconic mechanical outplay. This is really about a team showing a specified drafting strategy to take down Faker's previously undefeated LeBlanc. This was a drafting masterclass that's still talked about 5+ years after it was executed.
At number 5, it is still giving me nightmares to this day. Smeb on his terrifying cannon, hitting a 4-man ultimate versus G2.
And they're hoping to get Rock to pull out.
It's rooted, they're going!
Teleport's coming in! Curtain Call and Wish have already been used. The Trick is running away! Expect gets caught down. He's got a PA, remember, but he needs Mega... Oh, no! Delete it! Remember, I've seen one! And G2 are aced!
This was the most disgusting ultimate to ever watch, and now you can see that every Kennen player from here on out sees in their eyes that Smeb moment where they want all people grouped up together to just absolutely annihilate them. Smeb was a legend up into the top lane, and he really proved it with this Kennen ult.
This is still at a time where no one beats Korea. This is, hey, G2, good job, you're doing your very best, you're getting an advantage, but you know what, look. It's Rox Tigers, they're a Korean team, they're still better than you. These kinds of plays kept happening. It was an explosive one, it was a great one. Rox Tigers went on to play an incredible tournament overall. This was a big moment to make that happen because that group stage was so close, but a statement game from Rox Tigers.
At number 4, Prey and Peanut pull off an incredible 2v4 versus SKT at Worlds 2016.
Does he find the targets? Peanut has Guardian Angel. Maybe he plays frontline. How much can they really get? Prey turns it back around. Look for the bang. Looks for it all. He's got one. What else can he get? It's going to be Blake in his sights.
He's coming back.
Faker's low. How much more can they get? The stun's coming in, and it's Duke with the big play. But the turnaround from Prey, turning it back in. The chase, the resonating strike, and the ace comes through for Peanut.
What was great about this play is there's a balance between individual excellence and then just faith that you have in your teammate. For Prey to be able to see an angle like that, few players will be able to see a 2v4 victory, and you need to have your teammate along the ride with you.
Of all the plays on this list, I think this one is probably the most mechanically intensive, and then it's no wonder that it is Peanut and Prey are the two players executing on this. This was only the beginning of them, and to make such a statement at such a prestigious event at such a clutch time showcases the incredible caliber of these players and that roster.
That is it for this episode of the Mastercard Clicks of the Decade, but we still have our top 3 to go. You don't want to miss it, so go follow at Mastercard Nexus on Twitter.
Such a really cool moment.
This is one of the
Best series that League of Legends has ever had.
I love this series.
Hello everyone, I'm Evie Shogzaportere, and this is the final episode of the Mastercard Clicks of the Decade, which means that it is finally time to find out our top 3 best League of Legends plays from the last decade. And if you've missed any of the last episode, no worries, just head over to @MastercardNexus on Twitter. Joining me once again are Froskurin, Raz, Papa Smithy, and Freak. And let's dive straight in with number 3.
Top and Hib has been killed, and they even got the pick off on Bang.
Rux doesn't actually have to stop pushing right now. They can delay the recalls. The Avalanche arrows. Look at the arrow. He can teleport. He's gonna stop it.
He's stopped Duke, which means they can push.
And watch a win right now.
The tank, but they get it.
They're gonna win.
The Nexus. They're trying to burn it down. Is the stun gonna be enough? It's not. Rux Tigers answer back with game 2.
As an Ashe player myself, I know how incredibly difficult this is with such a slow-moving skill shot. The fact that Prey 500 IQ'd to find the teleport made everyone go crazy. The audience lost it, and it contributed to one of the best series that League of Legends has ever had, as well as one of the greatest plays we'll ever see.
It's such a really cool moment to say, okay, it's a 4v4 on the map. We're gonna go for your Nexus in front of the turrets right now because the recall stopped and they made the right call. And that's what makes these moments so good is it's not 100% correct. You take the play, you burn your ult in hopes you catch the guy in time. He was right, and it meant they got the Nexus turrets. It meant they got the game.
For me, Prey will always be remembered as the thinking man's AD carry, and I think this play encapsulates that fact. Specifically in this play, a lot of it's in the minimap. If you watch it closely, Prey is able to judge both the speed of travel time of the arrow to interrupt the guy who would have stopped him ending the game, but also his speed of pushing. Putting all that together, this guy is a legend, and this play, one of his best.
At number 2, and I still remember sitting backstage and not believing my eyes, the KT versus IG base race from Worlds 2018.
The Shy still in the base. It's KT. Look at him trying to stand and fight if they can. The Shy has made his way onto the inhibitor turrets, onto the Nexus turrets. They're going to be taken down. KT still marching. It's a base race. The Shy's onto the blue Nexus. KT's onto the red. Who's going to win? The Shy will not. And KT takes it to game 4. Holy crap!
This series, by the way, is my favorite in World's history. I love this series. And like momentum defines this because when it gets to game 2 into game 3, you're like, this is it. It's actually happening. Even when the teleport goes towards the top side of the map, everyone gets that feeling that this is a 3-0.
That last hit on the Nexus, as the observer zooms towards the top side of the map, we as casters weren't 100% certain who had won the game. Definitely, the finest of margins between these two teams is all that kept KT in the best of 5 that ultimately went 5 games against IG.
Base races are always a fun thing in League of Legends, especially when it comes down to 2 of the front runners for who was going to win Worlds. It came down to a nail biter, and you could see it on the player's face. Invictus Gaming thought that they had gotten that, but at the very last second, KT snatched it away in one of our most exciting series of that year.
And finally, at number 1, how could it be anyone else than Faker and SKT, turning around a 10k gold deficit versus EDG in the World's 2017 group stage.
Bang, looking to come in. Here comes your initiation. They're right through. Oh my God! Faker's shockwave will
going to be going into ulti mode to keep himself safe.
bang!
But bang goes bang, bang, bang! Rat-a-tat-tat finds himself too. SKT, legends for a reason, find their win.
This play is the essence of SKT's domination. Being 10k gold down, the fact that it was Faker's massive shockwave, the fact that SKT could see this opportunity when Edward Gaming could not, was the difference maker. And as Captain Flowers' iconic call says, SKT, legends for a reason.
Well, one more thing. Most teams would get demoralized. Most teams probably have a disagreement or two, would feel like they're just getting outclassed. And maybe they did, but it felt like to me, SKT was just talking about the next plan, the next line of defense. So exquisite for them, but damn.
This is still back before IG ever won Worlds and FPX ever won Worlds and G2 won MSI. This is still peak Korean dominance. SKT, their dynasty was in full swing right now. They'd already won 3 of the last 4 Worlds. They're going for the next one right now, and EDG can try their hardest to come close, and it's still just not going to happen. But this was the inevitability we all expected at Worlds this year.
So, one follow-up I have. Crowning this the best moment in International League of Legends history is an understatement. This is one of the perfect moments in League of Legends history, and it had to be. Worth noting that this play was the last in the SKT era of dominance, the last in the period of time in League of Legends history where it was death, taxes, and SK Telecom T1 win in the end. But this moment was that final reminder that in the end, you never, ever bet against SK Telecom T1.
And that's it for our list and the Mastercard clicks of the decade. If you think there's a play you haven't seen that is deserving of the top 10, let us know and hit us up at Mastercard Nexus on Twitter.